Hey, I'm Shorty, welcome to the Scratchy 100. Today I'm going to show you a bit about what equipment you need if you want to start learning to scratch. I'm also going to show you the equipment that I use, so let's go take a look. So I'm just going to show you the equipment you need to get started with scratching. First of all, you're going to need a decent quality turntable. I use the Technics 1200. This one's actually got a chrome faceplate on, if I can show you here. This actually lifts up. Let's see. And underneath you've just got the regular Technics turntable. Probably the number one question I get asked is where I got the faceplates from. I actually got my decks second hand, and they came with the deck, but if you just Google chrome faceplate for Technics, it usually comes up with some kind of store where you can buy them from. So that's the first piece of equipment you need. The second piece of equipment you need is a mixer. I use the Rain TTM 57. It's actually got a built-in Serato scratch. So that means you can play MP3s with some special vinyls that connect up. The most important thing about the mixer is the crossfader. So you want to get a mixer which has got a really good crossfader, and more importantly than that, it needs to have what we call curve adjustment, or on here it's called crossfade contour. So the options on this one are slow or fast. So fast means it's going to cut in really quickly, so when it's there it's going to cut in extremely quickly, whereas when it's on slow it would be like a gradual fade in. This one's got quite a lot of effects and stuff, but the mixer I had before was the Vestax 06 Pro, and that was just a really simple mixer, but I had that for about 9 years. So as long as it's got a good crossfader, you'll be okay. The next thing you need is a good set of needles. So I've shown you before, I think, the Shure M44-7 needles. Now, they're very loud and they're really stable, so I've used these the whole time I've been scratching. Pretty skipless, especially if you set them up correctly like I've shown you in the previous video. I know other people use autophons, but this is my needle of choice. But see how you get on and experiment. The next important part is your slip mats, often overlooked. I use butter rugs by Turntable, or Cubert's company. And what these are is really thin. Can you see there? Very, very thin. So they're soft on the top. If I just turn them over, just kind of this, slippy material. I don't know really what it is, but because they're so thin, it gives you really great control over the record, and also prevents skipping. If you've got a really thick slip mat, it kind of makes the record kind of move that way, and that can kind of bounce the needle off. So just bear that in mind. The other thing you're going to need is some records to scratch with. So this one here is a scratchy seal record, again made by Turntable or Turntable, Cubert's company. And what these have, if you can see all the different tracks here, I can try and point, there we go. Each one of these here has got a different set of samples on, like fresh or oh yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, that kind of thing. And they're skipless, so if the needle moves within this track, it will still be on the same sample. So those are really good. My favourite one's probably the original scratchy seal, but there's a ton out there on the market, so just kind of have a look and try some out. So this is my super old Super Seal record. You can see here where I've used it so much, I've actually worn out the label. In some upcoming videos I'm going to show you how to sticker your records, which just this marker here shows you which part of the sample you're at. And this sellotape stuff here and this little raised bit there, if you can see that, that's just to make the record hole a bit smaller, to stop it kind of moving sideways, but I'll cover that in some later videos. And here's the beat up cover. It's been everywhere with me, that one. It's been to Finland, Italy, New York, all over the place. So got a spare one actually, but I'm kind of saving it when this one really wears out. Probably the last thing to mention is you're going to need some kind of amp or speakers to connect your mixer to. So on this one here, I've got my auxiliary out and that's just going into my speakers. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm just using the one turntable and mixer. The reason being is that my music source comes off of usually the computer, which I connect up to here. So I put the instrumental on. Yeah, that's about it. So that's the equipment you need. If you've got any questions or comments, just put them in the comment section below and I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, happy scratching!